the joint venture theory, which is that it doesn't matter whether he was the one who pulled the trigger or was just there, could have done something. How crucial was that in your decision making?
That was very crucial for me.
Whether he pulled the trigger or not didn't matter.
It didn't matter. He was there and he's seen how the situation arose and how it ended. He was part of it.
Between Aaron
and I even, for myself, I sat there and said, take him out of the equation. What would have happened? Would we be sitting here today?
I saw you shaking your head when she said, take him out of the equation. Would it have happened? You were shaking your head no.
Carlos Ortiz didn't even know Odin Lloyd. Ernest Wallace didn't know where he lived. Why would those two people go there to pick him up, to kill him, when they didn't even know where he was? Aaron was the only one who knew where he lived, who drove the car, who drove home. They got out of the car. We saw the video. Like nothing happened. 4 of them were in the car. 3 of them came back to the house. It's horrible.
And you actually had to read the verdict. What was that like? I mean, to stand in front of him and read the verdict.
It's incredibly overwhelming, incredibly emotional.
Guilty of murder in the first degree.
There was not one of us, after we came out of there was not one of us, including the men, who didn't have a tear in our eye, who didn't cry. We hugged each other. The alternates came in. They hugged us. It was very emotional.
There was evidence that you didn't know about, that you've now subsequently learned about, the text messages from Odin Lloyd. When you heard that Odin Lloyd had texted, you know, when she said, who are you with, he texted NFL, and then he texted, just so you know.
Well, obviously, there must have been something that he needed to tell his sister. That's how I looked at it. Why would he be texting her? He said, you know, did you see who I'm with? Hello. Because I saw it on TV last night, right. And it said NFL, just so you know. Why would you be saying that to your sister unless you knew something was going to happen?
So had those text messages been admissible, which they weren't, had those text messages been admissible, that would have had a big impact on you.
I know when I walked in there, I made the right decision. It was more relief, like, okay, there was more stuff. This is more information. It made me feel better, but not more confident in my decision.
When the judge also told you, after the verdict was already in, after all was said and done, that Aaron Hernandez is facing other murder charges, were you surprised?
I was shocked.
I was
shocked.
I was surprised.
Yes.
I understand and I appreciate that that information wasn't relayed to us during this trial because you can run the risk of it corrupting your perception of Aaron, and that shouldn't have been done. It wouldn't have been a fair trial.
It's interesting that the human side of this very much. I mean, as much as you talk about facts, as much as you're there to examine evidence, and clearly, you bent over backwards to stick to the evidence that was presented. You also do register the human side of things, the family dynamic, the family breakup, the humanness of it all.
At the end of the day, a young man lost his life, and there were countless people that were affected by that, and you consider all of that. It's impossible not to.
And his family was there every day. Every day. Every day.
Odin Lloyd's?
Yes.
And you noticed that?
Oh, every day.
Yes.
Every day. It was
We just hope she
amazing.
has some peace.